Hello everyone, welcome to the Northern Tarot. My name is Andy. Today I will do the reading for April 2023. This is a general reading, so please take what resonates and leave what doesn't. Okay, so before we come to April, let's talk about the last week of March. And this is totally allowed because the main theme of from now up until 11th of June, it's very similar theme. There will be different, complicated energies going on of each month. However, 25th of March is when Mars stepping into Cancer. So this will change the humble energies a little bit from the energies of the new moon, and also the energies of Aries filtered up by Gemini. So because thanks to Cancerians energies of water, people will be more in the balance of the ideas or about the urge, humble to do things. So you will be less how I say fearless, like they're doing things without thinking about the pros and cons. So now it's kind of gives you that balance of considerations, so you can start to look at your whatever aspect that you pursue with more logical and more thoughtful considerations of what you want to do. Okay, so this is quite a good energies going on for people, and by the 30th and 31st of March, which is the last 2 days of March, Venus conjuncts with Uranus. This gives you the boost in a lot of things that you are desire for, including love life, including money, career, or materials, or even like you want to transform yourself, want to change the way you appear. Because to be honest, if you never pay attention to yourself, then now this is the time to think about it. The way you appear is exactly how you feel, and how your emotions, how you interact with your environment, how you perceive life, how you perceive things, how you want people to perceive you. So now, because your energy changes, it growing with the flame, but it's kind of like in a very mature way. So now you might want to do something, maybe go back to yourself, the way you are authentic, but more sophisticated, for example. So this is how it feels like. However, now comes to April. This is what we need to think about. Pluto stepping into Aquarius, and changes start to take place. It won't take long until everything change drastically. However, Pluto will retrograde by 11th of June. So that also means that there will be the going up, but then you were going down right at the bottom where you used to be, or very similar where you were. This sounds scary, but the nature of this is very similar to any planet when they go retrograde. Let's take Mercury as an example. When Mercury retrograde, it asks you to come back and revise and fix things, or even sort out things that are unfinished. If you had unfinished business with someone, you go back and finish with it. If you haven't completed something, some tasks or some lessons or some healing that you're supposed to do, you go back and do it. If you had a lot of things that you just trying to avoid, like debts and all the things that you're suffering or make you suffered, and you try to avoid paperwork, legal paperwork, for example, and you don't have choice but to go back and finish it, because this will be all these things that being left behind are creating the obstacles within your energies, because obviously that you don't have the clear energy and clean energy to welcome the new things in, or to create something new, fresh, to allow yourself to utilize the new energies and become something new and fresh. You have to be clean and fresh first. So that is the logic of it. So Pluto will do that, and this is the global scale. Unlike Mercury, Mercury is, like influenced directly to the person. So if you do it or not, you suffer it. That's fine. That's your problem. But with Pluto, you don't have choices, because this is about the global scale. So everyone has to follow it. If you don't follow it, you will be, ousted. So this is more serious, and this is more larger scale. Now, let's go from the early April until very close to the end of April to see what energies we have. So the first energies we need to watch out for is on the 6th of April, or the 5th, the 6th, the 7th. This is the full moon, and this full moon is called the pink moon. So the first, not the first, but the full moon in April. The pink moon is not because the color is pink. This is named after a type of flower somewhere in North America. But literally, this type of flowers is one of the first one to bloom in the springtime in the cold northern hemisphere. So they use the pink color to indicate this moon. But the meaning of this is about the new beginnings. This is about the rebirth. This is about the new vitality comes back to life. So it has exactly the same energies going on. The healings will be resupplied, or if you not yet received enough so far, it will be more generous healing energies going in to help you to reactivate your vitality, your stamina, your motivations, your desire, because this is the full moon of the new moon in Aries, if you see what I mean. So it's very fiery energies going on here, and it will keep supplying that kind of healing to you. So that, and this is this full moon is gonna be in Venus, in Taurus. No, Venus in Taurus, right? So Venus in Taurus at the moment, this full moon is really how I say, advantageous when it comes to manifestations about money, about abundance. So this is actually being advised that we focus more into how to tune in your vibrations with the vibrations of your future self when you're living in that moment of comfortable and with abundance around you. So this require a high skill of healing and spiritual wisdom, which you have been provided so far. Now, from the 11th of April, Venus will move to Gemini. So Venus moving to Gemini, Venus in Taurus is very good because Venus in her home's house. However, to Gemini, Venus might receive some new, how I say, revelations. There's new ideas, new patterns of how she's gonna help people with moving along with Pluto, a strict order onto how to reset everything back to the way it's supposed to become, to match the new energy. to match the new lifestyle. Okay, now that is the 11th of April. Now comes to 20th of April. So this is the last thing that we might have to watch out, because this is going to be the solar eclipse on the 20th of April. This will stir up a lot of disturbance in the past, which are unfinished things, or hidden things, or dodgy matters. Whatever, that doesn't matter what aspect it is, but as long as it's hidden, as long as it's being, how I say, twisted, or being faked, or underworld things will be, stirred up. Now, this energy of stirring up will be the fuel for Pluto to start to show his power, because Pluto is squaring with both the North Node and South Node at 5 degrees of Taurus and 5 degrees of Scorpion. So the North Node is in Taurus and the South Node in Scorpion. And this will trigger, because the square energy is about against. So the North Node is about where you're heading to, and the South Node is where you're coming out from. So this is like Pluto it's just a symbol of the alignment of the past, the present, and the future, to make everything aligned on the right standard. So Pluto is like a judge. Now, a judge, that means if you're doing good, you passed. If you are criminals, if you're doing bad, you're gonna be prisoned, punished. But that's why Pluto is famous for being scary. A lot of people are scared of this, and because obviously that no one like changes, because everyone wants to kind of like, get used to things. However, if it comes to the point that you get fed up with things, you need something new, or else it's meaningless for the existence of human. So this is inevitable. It's actually for all, it's happened for all the battles. However, we need to know how to comply and go along with it, so we can make the most out of it, especially for the group of Sagittarius. In general, I think April gonna be a very good month, because the energies will be open up with opportunities, allow people to go out there and explore. However, the weather outside is gonna be rainy, gonna be stormy. It looks scary. It's not sunshine. So if you dare to follow your dreams, but if you also listen to Cancer to bring in all the managerial skills that you have, then you're doing very well, and you will unlock your goal port on the journeys of exploring your new land. But if you're scared, you just want to stay in and close the door to wait the storm over, you might miss all your opportunities. So let's go to the cards, and we will find out what spirits have for us in April, and then we will understand more about what being advised to do in April for Sagittarius. So let's go. Okay, so as usual, let's go to the oracle cards first, and we will see for April 2023. If you're new to the channel, please like, share the video, and subscribe to my channel to help it grow. If you're already here and want to donate, please find the donate button in the description box. Okay, now let's see the first cards for April, what we have. We have dignified strength, number 13. So this is the gateway, the door, the path that you're heading toward, and it's, as I say, this is very stormy path, stormy weather outside, but inside it's very peaceful. It's you feel, so it's like the challenge of how you gonna want your life to be like. So, so this is all about deception. And Pluto is very good at this because these deceptions, this is like a healthy deception. It's allowed people to bring out the courage to do things. The Strength card. This is about you heading to your new facilities. If you now this foundation, right? There is something about money here that I hear. So if you want to invest something, it's not the time to invest anything. Anything to deal with finance, it's not the time to do anything with finance. Because the whole system gonna be, you know, collapsing somehow. Think about 2008, because that is the last time Pluto changed side to Capricorn. And it was a global economic crisis around that time. And this is going to be very similar, and it doesn't take long for you to see that. So this is no prediction, because this is like the repetitions of history. So this is inevitable. So if you know involved in financial sectors and things not quite happen for you, then you have to understand that you are actually under the blessings, you are being well protected. So why people still rushing? Don't rush, because the best way is to trust and follow what being advised. So with number 13 here, there will be a reward, but these rewards require you to, how I say, to dare to do things. This is the energies of Aries want you to do too. But that's why I say April is going to be a good month, because you've got that water, calming water, healing energies from Cancer. And Cancer is actually the science of, you know, organizations, management. So it will help you a lot to figure out what is the best way. So some of the ideas that you got so far, it must be right, because you know your feeling, your intuition is always something that you cannot ever ignore. However, um, dealing it with calm, the calmer, the more mature way of you growing with yourself, the better and the easier, the smoother things come to you. Okay, so second card, let's see what card I want to use today. I'm thinking about the angel answer, because I hope that there will be some sort of message from angels. So let's go with the angel answers today. Okay, so the angel answer is don't stop. There you go. So as I say, there is something about you being guided. You got this urge within you. So to allow yourself to feel it, you need sometimes, like, you know, somewhere quiet, isolate yourself, detach yourself from other energy, so you don't have that distraction. Meditating is really, really good. And feel what is your soul want you to do. What is the best things for you, and then you know, be determined about it. And you can only be determined when you got all this, you know, like other supportive knowledge about the matters or the thing that you want. If you gather all these things together, this is like the brainstorm, but the brainstorming process, by one person, which is you, without other people. And this brainstorming process require your practical knowledges that you collected from this 3D world. However, the core of it is the desire from you, from your soul. So trying that way, you will see things clearer and you're less confused about the options around you, because I'm sure there will be the multiple options. But um, as I say, because this is like the this this is the paving time of the energies about to stir up, if you see what I mean. So all the bubbles start to comes up. So a lot of fake artificial chances, and there's a lot of chances they're going to use these type of times to corrupt the money from people. Because for example, you find something too cheap, and you say, oh, I want that because it's cheap, I can afford it, so I can, with the dream that you can make the money out of that. But you don't know that they sell you the dead things because they see things coming. And this is especially when people with the power, even like government and things like that, they knew things coming and they just ignore that part. So just let people to be crazy and get it, and then there will be be innocents come out of that and say, oh, we didn't know either. Especially banking system, if you remember what happened 2008, if you're old enough, that's exactly what happened. The bank just took all the money and bankrupted, but they knew. That's the thing. So for now, learn from that. The best way is to be chill and calm and relaxing. Turn to spiritual, because as long as you stay in the spiritual bubble, karma. Karma is life, it's not about bad or good. So you have to stay in that spiritual karma of yourself. You'll be fine. Okay, so one card for love relationship. Let's see what we have. For April 2023, we have finances and career. Finances issues are factors in your love life right now. Definitely. However, I don't think it should be something to stop people, because Venus gonna conjunct with Uranus by the end of March. It's a great time if you have chances to enjoy it, even with yourself. Don't let anything to stop you. When it comes to enjoying life, we should create more chances for ourselves, regardless what we have. Because you can enjoy life just by listening to the birds or feeling the breeze of the sea, the air, That's what I do anyway. You don't need a lot to enjoy life. The thing is, the reason why I wanted to share with you my opinion of this, because what I'm thinking is so what is that people actually think they want in life, what they want to achieve? Is that be a successful people with a lot of money knowing nothing? So by the time you die, you say, oh, I'm happy because I've created all this money and I had a great life, but I didn't learn anything. So when you go back, because the life you served here, the training, because it's a training time, right? It's actually very short. You thought it's long, but it's very short compared to the time you on the other side, in the other side. So you wanna look back and say, oh, but I didn't really learn anything. So next life, you actually have to go back and learn by being poor, if you see what I mean, because you didn't learn anything. So that is just a waste of the chances that people come here, because people come here to train, to learn. But to allow people to see it that way, to reach to that level, it will take a lot of training, a lot of lives, a lot of experiences to see it. But if you can capture life, because you know how lively a soul is, how much life, how large life a soul is actually not by the size or by the money, by the career, but it's about how that soul capture the life that they 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 um they experience. And this capturing of life, it's adding up through all these lives that they in, and it's create all these layers. There's these karma layers around them, and that's exactly what is the expansion meanings is about. So if you think about that, it's just the visions I got in my mind of how things can be like. Okay, now go back to the tarot. We have April 2023. Overall energy, let's see what we have. Overall energies, we have the Empress. Very good. So it's a growth time. It's very healing, nurturing. Everything is so calm and healing. And this is what I say. If we understand Pluto is trying to square both the past, the futures, whatever that he's trying to do, right? Basically, it will affect the whole world. So when it's something affects globe on the global scales, the more someone independent, let's say a country, if they independent, they're not, like following the trend, they're not following the how I say, the allies, they will be less affected. But let's say one country is, if you too dependent on importing goods, like the UK is seriously, it's very serious problem. When the economic crisis going on, the countries relies on importing things from people hit really, really badly. But on the contrary, the people that produce their own things, they try not to buy too much from other people, they're not affected. So it's the same as us here. So this is very good energies for Sagittarius, because it's about you are fight in the storm. You actually realize that you are less affected by other people, because other people, they're too dependent on money. Meanwhile, you used to it now. You used to cope with yourself and stand on your own feet. So it gives you the opportunities to start to utilize whatever you have. And this is the time why you will be very being inventive and creative. A lot of new ideas going on, and everything you touch become gold. And you're stepping into your how I say, your empowered, your period of empowerment. I was about to say the empowered path, but it doesn't sound right. But the path that was empowered for you, that sounds more right. Okay, so let's see the challenge. I think the challenge here is about the strength, the courage. If you want to go to the storm and deal with things, because that is the best opportunities when you are, start from something from the scratch. But I am wrong, because the challenge is the King of Cups. So so there is something about your emotional life here being affected with the King of Cups. We will see what does that mean. This King of Cups is someone else's energy, it's not your energy. So it looks like there's someone from the old cycle want to reconnect with you. Okay, so we will go to all the cards first, and we will see what does this mean now. Let's see your higher self message. The world is opening up, so you are so close. But April, you're gonna see a lot of clearer things. You see things a lot clearer with the world. start to see the path of where you're heading. As I say, prepare for yourself, because there's a lot of situations when it unfolds, it's totally different from what you actually imagined. Now, the mentality, let's see what we have. The 10 of Cups, wow, a good month. A lot of good news going on here. The 10 of Cups actually, in the reading yesterday, so it's your higher self saying, don't worry, because things will turn out just fine. Let's see the what coming toward you, the outcome of this, right? We have the Queen of Cups. Wow. Oh dear. So the King of Cups, the Queen of Cups, and is your energy here. So there's something between you don't really recognize the person that you're meant to be with. I don't know who is this, right? But we need to clarify that. So the sense of what I see here is the path start to be clearer for people. So you start to kind of like know what meant for you or what's not, and you start to see things with an open eyes. And also it's a month to work out with someone, like the reunion month with people. There's a little bit of hiccup here, because I had the feeling that people don't quite get each other, confused about each other, because there's two, as I say, when things stir up, all the bubbles going up to the surface at the same time. So you don't know which bubble is yours. It's like you in the playground with all other kids. You don't see any private bubbles. Which one is yours? Which one is your friends? Okay, now let's clarify this. The Empress, we have the Fool. Amazing energy, and this is exactly what gonna happen. I can feel it. I can feel intense energies. It's very, very kind of like the energy is just waiting for the right time to blast, because you've been trying so hard to stay in balance and moderate yourself recently, because the Empress is about nurturing, it's about growing your own maturity. And this is really great, because it's a sign of your soul absorbing life and start to accumulate all the experiences and build up that the new maturity, the new layers. So this is the sign of your soul is carrying out its own mission of why it comes down here to do all these things. So this is great energies. It's a leap of faith. Now let's see the challenge. Mr. King of Cups, who are you? The Tower. Okay, so someone really wants to talk with you about something, but the Tower is the situations, not the place, or not because there's something about this person. They kind of like it's like they got something heavy on their shoulder. They don't know how to it's kind of like the energies of the Emperor, but it's not the energies of Emperor, because the Emperor is someone quite deceiving. They using excuses about what they cannot do to fool you, or to get things from you, or people in general. But the King of Cups is someone actually very genuine, but obviously that there are some hardship or something going on here, so they don't know how to express it. Okay, so let's clarify the word. Now, this is your energies of where you're heading to. Or maybe, oh, there's another idea I got here for the towers. I think because, I don't know why, but I feel this person is from the old cycle. So the tower here is also the symbol of the old cycles. So they see you leaving, and they feeling kind of like, how I say, insecure. And then that's it actually very common. You don't need to be, uh, their parents or their guardians, so they've been secure. It's the energies of companionship. So maybe this is one of your soulmate in the old cycle. So this is not something about um, dramas or trouble. This is about just sentimental. So there is something about April that like a farewell to people. Now the world card, let's see. We have the star. This is amazing, unbelievable. So you got everything's going on in April, but I even say that at the introductions video today. As I say, when everyone got the hit, Sagittarius rise. It's weird, isn't it? And when everyone's happy in Sagittarius, it's so down. The thing is, the universe always prepare people. So the universe keeps Sagittarius for that long a period because they prepare them to take the leadership, because we're stepping into spiritual era. And very soon you will see how powerful you are with all these blessings. Now the Ten of Cups, we have the Nine of Swords, obviously, because things is coming to an end. A lot of good news to celebrate. So it's a celebrating month with the Nine of Swords. But there's something that you're not yet finished here. There's something missing. Let me see, what is the Nine of Swords about? There's something missing here. You're not finished. And I have the feeling that if your situation, there's something incomplete, the latest you have to deal with it is gonna be in June, because that is when Pluto retrograde. So the Nine of Swords, let's see. The Page of Wands. The Nine of Swords. Well, the Page of Wands is your energy, because you wanted to just, like move and move, keep moving. But there's something that you're not completed. So the Page of Wands actually being kind of like in reverse energy. So one more card, please. The Hierophant. There is something about the you have to free yourself. So the Hierophant here is the symbol of the commitment between you and people. It can be in a job that you have to leave that job. It can be a divorce that you have to leave that family or that place. Geographically speaking, like that is like unfinished business, especially when you were committed to something, but you couldn't kind of like move forward. So there's something that you will be very happy in April, because it will kind of like um, allows you to do that final move of clearing things. It's either you leave people, people leave you, or like returning whatever that stuff that you can get hold of people, or people get hold of you, things like that. It's like clearing up whatever that left with people, and that will allow you to be in the energies of a 10 of cups. Okay, now the Queen of Cups. Let's see, what are you thinking? What coming toward you? I think you're thinking about the King of Cups. That's the thing. I don't know why, but let's see what the Queen of Cups thinking. The Queen of Cups is clarified by the Four of Swords. Yeah, it's interesting, because both people kind of like thinking about each other, but for some reasons they find themselves in very awkward positions. Everyone has a different type of like their own troubles, their own problems. So for some reason they're thinking about each other, but they don't come to each other. Now let me clarify the situations between the King of Cups and the Queen of Cups, and we will see. I will pull one card for the Kings and the Queen of Cups together. Let's see if I'm right about this. But I don't see the how I say, the joining of the energies. I feel it's like going very parallel here. So like two lines of energies parallel with each other. So the King of Cups and the Queen of Cups clarified by the Queen of Swords. Wow. You know what? I think, right, this is exactly the situations that in April that people, not for everyone, right, but for some people, and this is not some, this is a lot of people. So this is definitely someone in the past, and this is like your karmic one, and it will be the finalizings, the removals of anything that you still bonded with each other. It will be the month of sorting out the very final leftover energies of your karmic one. But for some reason, they kind of like, they were bad with each other before. They were split by the universe. This is inevitable, because you're stepping in, well, everyone's stepping into the new cycle, not just you. And they got some time to think with each other. And they now want to kind of like resolve things in manners, in grace, in dignities. So if this happens to you, then this is really good, because it's also one of the victory, the achievement of what you're here for, to resolve the karmic in grace. This allow all, because we're here to do two things. One is learning, to expand, and second is to clear the karmic. If you can do both of it, you're happy to go anytime, and you will always happy, and you always expand bigger and bigger, like every time that you back. So guys, this is what I have for April. This is really actually very deep, really humanity, really civilized, and it's also really promising month in April. So good luck everyone, and if you have any comment, feel free to leave me a comment to share your stories. If you like what I'm doing, please like, share the video, and subscribe to my channel to help it grow. If you want to donate, please find the donate button in the description box, and I will see you in the next one. Thank you and bye bye.